Hi and welcome. My name's Katrina and this is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, Season 3. We are finally here, dear viewers. Before I start, as per usual, to let my dear players introduce themselves, I have to just inform that Ian will not be here on a regular basis. He's a little bit busy, but we hope to see him at one point. But then, before I start my monologue to introduce Season 3, as per usual, for the first time as Season 3 kicks off, I would very much love for my players to introduce themselves as well as their characters.
Hi, I'm Marianne. I play Siobhan Price, 10th generation Toreador in Primogen.
Hi, I'm Tarjei. I play Crystal Masters, a 10th generation Ventrue, who is the prince of the city.
And I'm Daniel. I play Prince of Daggers, the Autumn Knight, the Moth King, Jonathan. I am a changeling goblin, a true fae.
And there he is.
La-di-da.
La-di-da! It's not every day a vampire stream has two princes, and we'll see how that goes.
King!
King!
God
damn it! King!
It's not like he belongs in our reality, really.
So how much does it really count anyways? Titles, Shiv, who gives a flying F?
Who gives
Look
a
up, Mr. Autumn Knight, look down, say hello to Mr. Frying Pan.
Be nice, try.
I have
He's
a
a good
broken
boy.
chair like that would like to speak with your hearts.
If you want to scare each other, send each other IKEA catalogs and mark shit.
Underlined. It appears that there's a new divan coming out.
This is number 2 pencil. Fuck you.
All right. It's been approximately 5 years since the end of Season 2. And now, the start of Season 3. We are at the cusp of the millennium change, right? The Y2K. We're going into the 2000s. But before that, we're still in 1999, September 11th. If anybody wants to write that down.
My secretaries are doing it.
At this point, my players know very well that the safety and security and the bosom of my caring compassion of the interlude is now but a forgotten dream and memory. Now everyone and anything may and can die.
Joke's on you, I never felt safe.
And I would cling on to that sensation. I will just paint the city before we begin this evening's episode.
I'm so excited.
The camera pans out over the cityscape over Boston. It looks towards the train station as a night train comes in a very exclusive carriage. A man sits. Well, maybe not a man, maybe more a thing, an undead thing. He sits there dressed as a priest of high order. He holds the hand of a beautiful woman, maybe not so much woman. Coming home feels strange, but it feels safe with him. Safer now when she has a plan. She looks over to the traveling companions, her brother and sister. They are peculiar intimate. Never mind, none of her concern. There's things to do as she returns to the city. Things to do indeed. The blood runs a bit hotter still. The camera pans out yet again into a hidden place, a secret place. The creature stares at a mask, shaped almost like a moon. It's time to start again. Things has not changed as much as it has hoped. The lion needs to be called out of its den, and the hidden minions need to start to move yet again. The change so desperately wanted did not occur, and dirty deeds must become even dirtier this time. Friends will fall, not just foes. The camera pans out yet again to another hidden location, an abandoned storage place, almost like a fabric, like a shoe fabric of some sort. Deep down in the basement, William stares at his two new ones. He's been changing, feeding. Hoods on their heads, and for a moment he feels remorse, as his markings itch ever so for every day and night pass. The camera pans out yet again into the beautiful estate of the Malkavian primigents. Amber paces outside Anton's private quarters. This is not good. This is not good indeed. She reaches for a phone, then stops. Can he be trusted to help? No, another night to think, perhaps. The camera pans out again. And there are many, many other creatures of this city I could show you, and in due time I will. But this 11th of September night will start as we look in on the Moth King. Not being here long enough to have found yourselves new Jonathans. They still ache and move and talk a bit too much to any of your knights' liking. Especially for the Trickster King, not used to this chatter. You hear him argue with himself. The camera, though, is gonna find the kingdom and the Moth King and his band of scoundrels as the camera pans through this very deteriorated park to almost like a hidden door that leads underground underneath Emmanuel College to almost like a bizarre kingdom taken out of a dark fairy tale. And if you've ever seen any of the Hellboy movies, it is catacombs of old boiler rooms. It might have been built for storage, beautiful, like big spaces, but this had turned into like a halfway fairy place where trees have been magically grown, night trees that bloom in ashy colors. Magical lights light it up in great halls, and night moths fly ever around, like little servants to the Moth King. But the halls are empty and bare, except for the little mad one scurrying around. They are all gone, scattered around Boston and, gone for good, murdered even. This is not the place you left with all these fantastical creatures that the Lady of the Night River had kept safe, with no one to keep the throne and protect them. They were easily vanquished by sons of Adam. They stand around you, the two knights of Ever, the Trickster King, and your horse, of course. Now in the guise, well, not now, because you're in a sacred place.
As soon as... And he's just gonna rub the back of his head, just like... It will get better, they'll shut up soon. Enough.
The two knights of Ever, they look at you and... We've done this before. King.
Good.
They laugh, looking around. Is this a kingdom, Prince? It looks more like a goblin's asshole. He laughs. The troll laughs. I've seen prettier bars in the in-between than this.
Well, with faces like yours, I'm not surprised they ran off.
Hey! You see, the Tricksterkin Dexter.
They were scared. They are weak, unorganized, scattered. The first thing we need to do is actually collect our own.
Yes.
Squire. I'm also gonna look over to the mad one.
He
Now
runs
has the title Squire.
Yes, yes, Moth King, Prince of Daggers Siobhan Price. Tell me, what is my task?
Your first task is to find the others. Anybody who is left. Tell them to return. Tell them there are knights here now. Tell them someone will defend them.
Glory upon your kingdom, Moth King.
Because as soon as we get them gathered, we don't have to go out and find them, and as soon as they are here, we can start hunting for our own sake.
Excellent. I will do as you wish. Of course I will. I will run like the wind.
And and he sort of just... And before you go, have you kept an eye on the dead ones? Have they done anything? Have they messed up too much? Are they still around?
They yet don't take breath, but they walk.
The prince is the same one as when I left.
Yes.
That makes good. It would be complicated to start that over. Can I send my moths to sort of give messages as even to other things, even if they're not Fae?
But you can like scribble something and attach it to them.
Awesome. Well, then
Snail.
I'm just...
It's not even snail mail. It's moth mail.
It's moth mail. It's the new thing, okay? But yes, then he's just gonna let the mad one go out and actually collect any other Fae that he can, and also look to the others and be like, well, we don't want to draw suspicion too much, so have you sort of established at least some sort of connection to your suit's life?
You see the two knights of Ever. There's still noise, but it's manageable. Shadow stands there in this very rugged biker. A little bit of an CC top looking fellow. It's bizarre. But very fit CC top looking fellow.
I love it.
With a tank top that says Big Trouble Little China on it.
Is there full on like a handlebar mustache?
Oh fuck yeah, handlebar all the way.
Oh.
And the Knight of the Hidden Path. He is in the guise of the groundspeaker of the Emmanuel College. Dexter, the Trickster King, a preppy. What do we call it? It's a tutor.
Tutor.
A preppy tutor to the Emmanuel College. And he sometimes bounces around and is like, shut up! Shut up! Just fucking move your arm! And he punches himself in the face.
You know what? Actually, when we hang around you for a while, that's how we feel as well.
He's like, did you hear that, you puppy son of a... You meant me. And the Autumn Knight, what has he put on? Who's his Jonathan?
He has gone for someone who belongs to the college, someone of the administrative, but doesn't do any teaching, but sort of still is around. So he looks, imagine he looks like a priest, probably like older, at least, probably like at least end 40s, early 50s. But someone who sort of carries himself well enough that, you know, if he needs it to run, it can run. I won't run out of breath immediately.
So in a manageable physical shape.
Yeah.
But this is, you also chose yet again a Jonathan that wasn't necessarily the best apple in the bunch.
No.
This was a faculty member, a priest that was skimming.
Yes.
Stealing.
Someone that was, I don't know, something that draws him towards those that are no
good.
Not yeah, up to no good and don't do too well, and mainly because they don't preach too much. Yes, they still cry and beg, but he's sort of, I think he's had one Jonathan that was sort of a goody two shoes, and just the preaching of the things he did, and sort of it didn't need a constant commentary on top of the begging.
On that note, though, as he stands there and he's sent out the mad one, talking in jest and fun with his knights and the trickster king.
I will also write a small note
to send with Mothmaid.
Yes, to send with a moth.
Does he do it
prince.
now?
Yes.
So he sends it. So then I'll let him do that as the last thing. And when it arrives, you can then say what it says. On that note, the camera's going to pan out, and from one king prince to another. The Prince of Boston arises to a knight, and he will do his rouse check.
Feeling fine this morning. Well fed.
You feel the atmosphere, and I'm guessing you are in the Master's estate.
Yeah, he's in the Master's estate. And I guess he's probably arranged to have a new secretary or helper, assistant, so JJ doesn't have to do 25 different things.
And this is a very young Lorenzo.
Yeah, he's not used to most of that. I think he actually just got
You got another one. Yeah, not Lorenzo.
No, he's going to be kept away from the vampires to begin with.
Ah.
He shall not be introduced to them. So probably a young lady of some temp agency. Jolly good temp agency.
Jolly good.
And that is then just sort of permanently hired. And has got hired off of the books afterwards.
Is she gold?
Yeah, she's gold. But it's the sort of ghoul that does all the domestic. Yes, definitely, like laying out clothes.
Yeah.
Someone's
Well, then,
consent.
then
it's
Miss Hart.
Yep.
And she is American Korean. Second generation immigrant.
Yeah.
Or moved over. And she is incredibly particular on how you dress and she's a stickler for etiquette and rules.
Excellent. So everything's probably ready already. Laid out. He begins with a long, warm, hot shower just to raise his body temperature. I really should start fighting. We should just keep the ambient temperature in the bedroom at 37 degrees. That would save a lot of trouble.
She set out your espresso perfectly, and the aroma has been picked just so since you cannot indulge, but your senses still can enjoy. There's also a bit of Italian pastry, freshly baked, just for the sense of it.
He cuts it in half and it smells the breaking of the bread and sniffs the coffee while he reads the paper.
Yes, of course. There's also a silver tray with this evening's notes, information from the different companies you now run. Also, the Master's investment group. You have a personal note from Mr. Shutterstock that's saying there will now be another charity ball in the Master's Corporation's donation.
I shall of course attend and let's say we'll donate. 50,000 should do it. Up 1 point, but a spice. Oh, don't 1.4. We should buy some more stock.
There's also your nightly brief from surveillance.
Dagnabbit, who knew that gathering surveillance would have resulted in this much data? Let's see what my friendly kindred schools have been up to and where they've been moving. Interesting. Well, someone's been busybody calling each other.
There has been some phone calls. What you do see, though, is there's been a very low, but this has been more and more, the gangle. There's been less and less activity and less of spotting. You know, Sean has been very aloof and away for great amounts of time and has left primarily Muriel as an ambassador for the gangrel.
I miss my friend. Well, at least there hasn't been any increase apparently in talks with the Bruja. That is at least something.
Well, the Brujas have, in a different number, as you have now, as I said, you have Nova Everly, which is here, and you have also James Leroy King. What you do see, though, is one of your tech-savvy ghouls have said, Miss Brown, the Torador, has regained a massive following and fame with a YouTube channel. And it is
Anyone waste time on that silly stuff?
It's called bloodletting.
Well, that seems vaguely masquerade breachy.
She speaks about occult stuff in the city and conspiracy theories in the city. She's not breachy, but she's teetering. But she's regained an insane amount of followers. You can also see she has fan groups that this school has also pointed out, called themselves the Leeches.
And if you kill her, you will make her a martyr and I will cry out for truth. Oh well, continuing like that's sure is a good way to get yourself burnt alive by the hunters. We shall keep an eye on this, and if she strays 1 inch, but 1 inch, over into a breach of the masquerade, not only will I have the evidence, so will apparently how many... What?! You can't have that many followers, are you in? You have eternity in front of you, and this is what you do with it. Calm. Perhaps time to taste a little bit tonight, yes. Perhaps we should pay our dear friend a visit.
But there's a ton more to go through. And I'm actually going to say he's a little bit distracted. So the camera is going to just look a little bit at the notes. At the little note that there is Prince does not mind that much. But just has slid in between the others. And right now he will not spot it. Because I'm a GM that does that. The prince is getting ready, and the camera's gonna pan out yet again into the now very enforced, very established the Y. It is a place to be seen, to be known. So close to Alexander's sweetheart, the harpy. All knows if you want to be known, seen, or accounted for. Well, that's the place. Shiv is the primogen, Alexander's the harpy. And she rises this morning. The bed is empty. Hamilton is not there.
Feels good. Though strangely, I do miss. No, not him. I don't miss him.
Eve walks in. Good evening, mistress.
Eve.
She puts flesh flowers. She gets you your silk robe.
I'll let her dress me.
Of course. There's been a request of guests.
Oh,
It came very sudden.
really? What kind?
Of the kindred kind, mistress.
Oh, interesting. How many?
2, mistress.
Do we know them? No.
No.
Names? Where do they come from? How long are they staying? What are their needs? I'm guessing you already have that, right?
Yes.
You do look worried, Eve.
I'm always worried when guests that we do not know of arrive to the city.
Well, if you give me the details, I can make sure the word is delivered to the prince.
The name is Dominic Lovely and Maria Lovely.
Family. Huh. Yes. And I'm going to pick up my phone. I'm guessing that's close by. And I'm sending the names to Alexander and just give me your dirt. ASAP.
Well, mere moments later, your phone rings. But you need to do a rouse check.
Oh, I do. Nice.
I need to do a rouse check.
Okay, I failed, so I'm hungry.
I failed.
Who are you rolling for?
Alexander.
All of them? Oh. So we're peckish. Yes.
You hear a very grumpy voice. Shiv, darling.
Now, Alex.
Ugh,
The tone.
I'm just a little bit peckish, and my concentration is a little bit off. And the names
experience.
Darling, and the names you sent do not please me.
Why?
The lovely twins. The Sombra darling.
Twins. Oh. Well, we've had.
Oh no. No. You don't understand. Maria Lovely was harpy in Milan.
But the word we're looking for is was, right?
I thought she still was. Why the fuck are you asking about them?
They are here. We're looking for rooms.
Refuse
Should
them.
I maybe...
Refuse them! If you love me, you will refuse them.
But Alex...
Ugh! Well, give them shitty rooms! Shitty rooms!
Strategy, darling.
Dirty
Strategy.
sheets! No Egyptian cotton for them. She vexes me, she
We only
insults
have
me.
that. But think what this could mean. You have the upper hand here. This is your city. Our
I know.
city.
But she would look for anything that is not just fucking so. And her brother wouldn't trust him longer than I could, well, throw him.
Why?
He's slippery, that one. Like oil.
I thought all the Sombra was slippery.
Are they traveling alone?
I do not know. Eve,
Find
darling.
out. Find
I'm,
out.
I'm just like, Eve,
Yes, mistress.
do they have an entourage, people with them? Or are they alone?
I'm sorry to say it's classified. All that information's for the prince first. She cringes as she says it.
Well, if they do want to enter, we would need that information. So maybe hold them off on staying here until we have that information. Relay that, please.
You say that to Eve. She's like,
Yeah.
shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Classified. So I'm guessing more than just them.
You say
But
that to
I do not
Alexander.
know. Yeah.
Oh.
Back on the phone.
Oh, Shiv, darling. Then they're not traveling alone.
No, they're probably not.
Then
But I
they're
do want to
traveling
know
with
who.
someone higher up.
Probably. Well, I just.
Ooh, if we could get this piece of information, dearest.
I am working on it. Well, that's.
Of course you are.
Eve is working on it.
I just need to wake up my dinner
Yes,
and
do
get ready.
that.
And then we'll chat. By the way, you need to read the Tattletale pages, social pages. Miss Brown is all over them. It's not good. Love you, darling. Kiss, kiss. Besos.
Kisses.
Click.
If Eve has gone, I will go and look for this, newspaper, which I am sure she has ready for me with whatever other information that's needed.
In one of the glossy, sensational magazines that only talks about celebrities within the Boston, Miss Brown is splattered on 2 pages. Splayed out. A glass of something suspicious in her hand. Glasses on her nose.
Well, Shiv knows that she doesn't drink blood in the company of others, so it's probably wine, but still. I'm sure Chris will love this. I'm making a mental note that I need to have a word with her. Yeah. Actually, I think I will send her a text requesting her to meet me the next day. Yeah.
On that note, the camera's going to pan out again, and we're going to bounce a little bit back and forward until we meet up. Back in, not to the king, boss king, and that type of prince, but we're going to go to the vampire prince first. This heart walks with you up. She also shows you that the celebrity tattle page.
It shouldn't be possible for someone who is dead to have headaches, but I happen to have not just one, but plural.
It might be nothing, master.
Can Shiv text Chris?
In a minute. I'll link you up in a minute.
We'll keep an eye on it, and
She walks up behind you as you are moving through the master's estate up to your office. And she's speaking about the incident that happened 2 years ago. You said on the conspiracy theory pages, there was a random occurrence of bizarre murders that also happened 5 years ago. And she says she has an inside informant that might know who the perpetrator was.
I would guess that she's lying to generate
Clout,
publicity.
for sure. But even saying so, Master.
Yes, I mean, for the first of all, she might actually know something, which we should probably try to find out. And saying so would attract unwanted attention. Perhaps the sheriff should talk to her. Or even worse, it could attract the attention of the actual killer. Oh my, wouldn't that be fun?
I'm saying she's reaching above her station.
Indeed she does.
She bows very politely.
We should keep a very close eye on this. And besides, you know how celebrity and fame is a fickle thing. I mean, just look at what happened to John Lennon.
Exactly.
Or for that matter, the president.
She should be better.
Shame it would be if not some deranged fan would end up trying to murder her.
I should talk about that.
Succeed, of course, but we could have ourselves a breach of the masquerade.
Yeah. As you walked up towards your hospital, you see JJ comes in and slams the door. Malish, there's news. I just got told. She's
more
back.
News.
On that note, as she says that, your shift.
I'm just sending him a text saying, I've seen the pages. I will speak with Bella tomorrow. That's it. Hope we're well, ship.
Much appreciated.
Kisses.
Chris.
No, not kisses.
Chris. And his answer, much appreciated. Love Chris, and his answer. And then he takes his cell phone down, puts his hand behind his back, sighs though he doesn't breathe, and realizes that he's in need of a new cell phone as he has managed to actually crash
it
in his hand.
Very elegantly,
when
as you do
does
that.
this with his little flip phones, I guess it's back to using the Nokia again.
But as JJ stands there, she starts walking. It's like you feel almost like the air goes a little bit muffled. Out of nothing, out of thin air, you see this white moth. Very large. Carrying a thing. JJ doesn't seem to be bothered by it, but it definitely is very bothered to get to you.
Oh, Christ. Not the bloody queen now, is what he's thinking of. Maybe. Wait a minute. It's Muff. Maybe it's Sean. He reaches his finger up.
It sits, and ever so elegantly, this is bizarre, it doesn't seem like JJ looks at it. It picks up a little vial and gives it. It bows, and it sees little furry antennas go, and it leaves and disappears. And then as soon as it's out of your vision, you hear JD. Malish, Father Lovely is here with his progeny. He brought Elizabeth.
What? Oh. You say she's back, but didn't you not want her back? Wasn't that your whole
Not with them, Malish, not with them.
Does he know who these are? Or probably not. Has he had any inkling?
How much has he researched into the La Sombra?
I don't know how much. It depends a bit. Afterwards, you've been told when the guests were here. It has piqued his interest in what their abilities are in relation to his problem. So if he has, it has been in as part of with Mr. Winter trying to solve Horel to get rid of the Kita. So it probably won't be detailed as much necessarily of people, but definitely on what they are able.
Oh God,
so
yeah.
It would have to be. If they're known to be masters of that, you might have heard the names, but otherwise not.
Father Lovely is a master of understanding spirits, occult, and religion.
Interesting. La Sombra, again, Because that went so well the first time around.
But he is not requesting guest. He is requesting residency. He's requesting to stay within the city permanently. She gives you the letter.
He opens the letter.
He speaks with great courtesy and politeness. But he also says that he's traveling with now his eternal life partner, Elizabeth Fairchild. The progeny of Christopher Masters. Yeah, do a composure, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's gonna resolve composure.
His true love is saying she loves another.
Well, she's had a string of boitos. This would definitely be a step up, which is probably why it's worse. Wait a minute, not a D10.
Oh, well, just throw one in for good measure.
Nah. Glad his cell phone is already broken. He gets 2 successes, so it's like... Meeting in 5 in the library. And he turns around and walks back into his room. And
Of course. I'll get
He
it ready.
turns, walks quickly, closes the door. Walk in, lies on the letter. Which room did he walk into? He just picked to close the door.
It was his office, because you were right there. Throws something across the fucking wall. Room.
Yeah, he throws something across the wall. He grabs the letter opener and just...
Well, you know, he'll take a superficial damage, but yeah.
Yeah, but probably. And the Rorschach is okay, so he watches it heal. Dear child.
As you do so, you hear a little silver bell. Pling-a-ling-a-ling.
He looks around.
Pling-a-ling-a-ling. Very magic. I love it. Pick up the phone.
He picks up the phone.
No, it's not the phone. It's the it's the
yeah,
note.
the little note.
Yeah.
I've almost forgot about this. Christ, my day could be anywhere than this. Well, please be Sean. Please be Sean. He opens the note.
I have returned. The hunt for the hunters will soon begin. Hope we are still on good terms. The Moth King.
Straight up.
Like, virtually, it's not so stupid. He's not able to put 2 together. But they're like, that man, I swear to God, that creature collects names as other people collect stamps. Perhaps we could come to an arrangement.
On the back of the note, I still have no phone.
Yes, and I seem to have run out of moths.
Yeah, you just say, I'm back, but like, not where you are. Nothing. Just like, I'm back, bitches.
Yeah.
Mic drop. Boom.
Yeah, it's just like, I'm here just letting you know. And it's sort of like, I'll contact you again soon, but you'll have to wait for me.
He looks around, walks over to the paper shredder. Looks at his fingers, looks at the paper shredder. Okay, back to the letter. Great. So requestants residence. How are the Camarilla on relationship with the La Sombra at the moment?
Oh, the
Are
La
they still
Sombra now
independent?
is full-fledged members of the Camarilla. Squeaky clean. No Anarch. No Sabbath. No nothing.
Well, people will be needed to be corralled and agreed upon. But they are masters of that which I might need. Undoubtedly, Lisbeth still holds a grudge and seeks some sort of vengeance. But in the worst case scenario, she'll only end up freeing herself, so that's not too bad. Right. He walks into the room with JJ, ready to have the meeting.
And before that meeting takes place, we're going to have a quick break. Quick little break. And yes, welcome to season 3 before the quick little break. Yes, we're here. With new and old Jonathans alike. No old, just new.
Yes.
I do try. And it's more to come. Everyone's going to get a little bit tortured because it's not fun. It's fun for me. I don't give a shit about you, but it's fun for me. All right, we'll just have a quick break and we'll be back in just a few. Bye. Welcome back from the break. Before we're gonna go into a sad little meeting with the prince, we're gonna check in with the other two. And first, we're gonna check in with Shiv.
Mm-hmm.
You got a text back, my dear.
Yes. And I think from knowing Chris for this long, love you is not a common choice of words from him. So I can definitely see that this is kind of vexing him, like it's rubbing him the wrong way. But yeah, I don't really care. No. But yeah, I am wondering if maybe I have a date with Jade today, later on.
Yes, she is currently dating someone new.
Of course she is.
And she's...
If I had... Sorry?
And there's also a new artist that she's dying to show you in the gallery.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's probably my purpose.
One that came out from your group of artists. The commune, the collective that you created.
Yeah. My little art club.
That she's ranting and raving about. Eve, on the other hand, said they should arrive... Because she's nervous now, because you've said to not give them accommodations until... And she's... Can I at least put them into the private...
Oh, of course, but I think they just need to be aware that in order for us to securely host them, we need to have an open line of communication.
Of course.
And we would love to have them, of course. We just need to make sure that everything is in order. Business and all that.
Can I leave this to Sakura, mistress?
Yes, you can. I mean, for God's sake, Eve, if you cannot handle it, I can do it myself.
No, it's just... I remember when 2 other guests came.
That's so long ago.
It still haunts me, mistress. I just want to make sure no one harms this place or you.
You are sweet, Eve.
Thank you,
Oh.
mistress.
Move close, very close, but not touching her.
A slight blush to the cheeks.
Are they here?
No, in 2 hours' time. I am sure they need to be introduced to the prince first.
Good. Good. I don't want another affair like that happening where uninvited guests are not properly introduced. Ugh, protocol. Ugh.
But then
Whatever.
for a sweet moment, you remember Callisto, like a faint dream.
Yeah.
How sweet she talked to you and the promises. And then the havoc.
I do wish I had her closer still. If not
Where is
just
she?
for her blood, but what she could do. What she did for Aiden. And me. Yes, I do hope, I think, like, she's not saying this out loud to Eve, but I do hope, like, she's hoping that maybe her friend would have some more information on this. After all, trail was followed back then. Did it go cold at any point?
The trail of Callisto.
Yes.
How well hidden is she? Dearest Chris.
For the first couple of months, she was kept at the hospital, the close hospital, the Baltimore, the same one where Angela was brought in her time, and the same where he had stashed away a little comatose patient that he visited whenever he needed a desperate amount of food.
What monsters?
But after about 3 months' time, he quietly one night she was slipped out and replaced with another patient in coma. Must have gotten her name, so she's still registered there, still as Jane Doe, still in that room, but it wasn't her. And brought under care of a private physician at a suite at a hotel in the city. And once every month, she's moved from one hotel to another hotel, from suite to suite to suite, randomly selected each time.
Okay. I'm gonna do one roll.
So it's not necessarily to keep her. It's not necessarily he's trying to actively keep her secret or location secret. It's more to make sure that she isn't too long in one place, so she stays as safe as possible by obfuscation rather than by.
Yeah. This is information you have been giving Sakura. She says Callisto has been moved, and it's quite a while ago. And as far as she knows, she doesn't stay in a location for too long. It's difficult to trail her. It takes time to find her each time.
Does Sakura say anything, or do we know anything about the security level on her? Could one just, so it's the security level?
Yeah.
Could one just walk in, take a little blood and leave again? Type scenario.
Security is possible, but would most likely be spotted. High security.
What, Taya?
I mean, just we're looking forward to the day it randomly selects. Oh, the why? Well. She's like, what?
Oh, welcome home.
Bring it on, bitches. But on that little note, we're gonna check in with the Moth King.
Now, when he was back home, he did do some research on, asked whatever scholars he had access to that had knowledge about jinns. And because he is made a wish and he's bound. And he wishes to not be so anymore.
You went to the High Hold, where the scholars and the sorcerers, study. And they were quite concerned for you.
Well, he wasn't there for their concern, he was there for their knowledge.
Well,
And he made that clear several times.
well, they were very concerned when they huffed around in their robes. They said, "Oh no, no! You said what? You with an elemental djinn that
Yes.
transcends planes,
I know.
all our planes,
Yes.
all the planes. This plane, earthly plane, through the gauntlet, through the head.
And how many times do you need the words yes to be spoken?
Yeah, you fucked." Well, yeah.
How do we minimize the fucking?
Like you need to make sure the understanding of the wish and the pledge is fulfilled.
Yeah, and
Or the djinn must recant.
I remember it was something about a sacrifice, and me as Daniel don't quite remember the exact wording of what was requested.
You pledged to free the djinn.
Yes. So I've been looking into how to do that, even if just the.
Oh, then they get huffing and puffing even more. You do not affront to free a djinn. No, that's bad. Don't free djinn. Free djinn. Bad.
Have to.
Then you must trick the djinn. Prince of Daggers. A free elemental djinn in the mortal plane. No.
Why do you think I am here?
Well, then you need to trick the djinn. You need to trick him into another bottle.
How?
So you have fulfilled to free it, but then immediately trick it back into another bottle.
How?
We do not know. I said, we do not know. But you need to trick it. You will fulfill. There's old ladies and old men in the Fae, and they're like, yes, we concur and we agree. You need to fulfill the pledge to free the djinn.
Is there?
But then, as soon as possible, straight after, get it into another bottle.
How do I seal away a djinn? How do I seal away an elemental?
Well, you need a bottle, any bottle that's, well, with the right kind of magic. They say you just need the right kind of magic. You need a vessel.
And just having the vessel there.
You need a vessel that will keep it.
There are options.
There are rituals, Prince of Daggers. But you need to fulfill, and as soon as the djinn is free, you need to get it into another bottle.
I know that. You've said it several times, and unlike you, I understand it the first time you fucking say it.
They're like huffing around and scuffling paper and opening books and getting very stressed. It's like,
Yeah.
He does he understand? Oh, say it again. Say it again. And he's like, don't say it again.
The
Don't
next
say it
person
again.
who says it again will lose a nose.
Nobody's going to say it again.
Now, what I need is a lesson, or I need an explanation of how to free it, how to break it out of the bottle, and how to put it into a bottle. I know there will be 2 different bottles. I know it needs to happen immediately, which is why I need to know how, so I can set up the freeing, but also set up the capturing, and as soon as it's free, it'll be captured again, because I understood that needed to happen.
Most likely, dearest autumn night. It needs to be through some sort of sacrifice and blood.
Could I sacrifice anyone, or is it some specific?
It needs
shit?
to be. It needs to be of value.
Value to whom?
And then it dawns on you. You can roll an int.
Oh, I'm great on that. This is why I'm here, for the smart people. Ooh, that's a 9 and a 10 on the 2 dice I roll.
The djinn talked about a place that it needed to go to. A place that was so different and dark and the in-between.
Oh, something old and dark. Yes. I just need her little pet thing.
But we need time. But we can send a blue sparrow when we know more. If you're going to the land of man, a blue sparrow. Give us time. This is old and difficult knowledge, dearest Autumn Night.
Haste. I have been given a time limit.
Do not. Jinns are fickle, and they are tricksters with words. You might get trapped in whatever hellish place it goes to if this fails.
Which is why I don't want it to fail.
But do not act rash, dearest Autumn Night. Don't do a fool's errand.
Again, who needs it to have value for? For me, or just the one doing the sacrifice,
And
or
they say-
just...
And then it's like, I don't want to say anything because he's going to take my nose. Everyone says, and they
It's
push
not-
one.
Son, it's fine. Say what you need to say, just don't say it 7 times.
But there is Prince of Daggers, the most honourable Autumn Night. We do not know. We need time. We need time.
So he is now just back to... I was about to say back to reality.
Yeah, he's sitting there, and the memory, like, because he can bring it up very vividly.
Yeah.
And they like cackling hen. Ugh.
Something of value, but doesn't need of know what of value. Well, the chalice thing was quite valuable, but then again, I need that for a bottle. But yeah, he's going to sort of inform my knights about...
The Knights of Ever.
Yeah, the Knights of Ever. Which I'm just going to call them my knights now, because they're
Yeah.
my knights.
They are.
They've been given to me, they're mine.
They're not.
I
Yeah.
will play with them.
Yeah. Well, it's the Knights of the Moth King.
Yes. I will explain to them everything that I know about this Queen of Bones, and explain to them this little pet of hers, this thing that has been touched by the old magic, her little son, and
This place is interesting, and they have
Yes.
with each other.
well, you see, we need to get a hold of it, because that is quite an important key, so we can reseal this gin. And then I need, and he just looks to both of them and be like, Trickster King, I have a task for you.
Oh, Malish, from a king to another. He walks around in this preppy, and sometimes his arm goes very weird. He's like,
Yeah.
woo! Yeah, I'm still getting used to this thing. Yeah.
I need you to, whatever connection your suit has, start learning about the occult. Start learning about anything they do over here that they think is dark and mysterious, but isn't actually of old magic or anything that's real. Because I want to set this up so it looks like one thing but is another. We need as many distractions as we can for these hunters, so that their eyes are elsewhere when we...
How dangerous are these hunters anyway? They are just human bone and tissue things. These little things, they're so weak. He does
Yes!
this.
The ones without magic and without cold iron.
They all hiss,
Yeah.
even the knights.
Yeah, exactly.
They hiss.
Yeah, because when they are clad in cold iron, they're harder to deal with. So I want them to look somewhere else, so that when we strike, will be with an element of surprise.
Then he bows very elegantly. I will venture into this absurd world and see if I can find you some little treaties.
Yes, they have libraries around, and they have things they call computers.
Computers!
Yes.
I will go look for these computers. And how will I recognize a computer? Do they wear hats? Funny hats?
No, they are small machines that
Hisses.
hold.
Ugh.
Yes, that
I'll
hold
find-
great information.
I'll find someone that understands the computers.
Exactly. Find someone of appropriate age of your suit.
My suits have thoughts. I'll use it, he says. And he walks out as he whistles.
And then he sort of calls in another moth, and sort of just with the moth, just sort of he's holding it and he's just thinking, because like he has allies and he should probably call to them. And he writes one more note
Where does it go?
to the Y.
Well, on that note, I'm gonna quickly then skip out to the prince that has been waiting so patiently for his meeting with JJ.
So they
She's-
request permanent residence.
She walks around with her arms folded, and she's clearly been thinking. At least you cannot refuse.
No, I do not believe we should either. First of all, their relationship with our Camilla, newly accepted in, we must agree to them and be acquiescent to ensure their loyalty to the clan, to the sect. Furthermore, more powerful vampires in the city would mean a stronger Boston. And we are in a precarious situation now. We need to compensate for situations that have arisen, and a talented and powerful clan as they are could be an important addition in case the Anarchs get any funny thoughts considering what has happened.
She actually walks a little bit closer to you, almost like she's gonna, almost like friendly and daring, like touch your shoulder, but then she catches herself and puts them behind her back. With Elizabeth's return, my liege, I'm concerned. And please hear me out. Just hear me out in this counsel I now give. And I will say it only once, and I will never speak of it again. Create a new progeny. And do it swiftly.
Within...
I fear history repeating itself. I fear, my liege, you need to keep the blood. And the legacy and the honor of Ophelia. I beg of you, and only once will I beg. Create another progeny. Destroy her. And when she says that, you can do a composure.
Ooh, 4 successes.
When she says destroyer, it's like she verbally backhands you. You feel actually your soul recoils of even hearing the words. And you
just
see
one
she understands
moment-
what she said.
And just for one moment, he considers, what if he were to end her instead for that insolent remark. But he doesn't. He knows where the ships will fall, and he knows that if it comes down to him or Ophelia, there really isn't any choice at all.
Elizabeth, you mean?
Nej, det är det.
No, or really.
Killer, yeah. But at least she's back. You did want her to return, did you not, JJ? So you could keep an eye on her. Well, now is your chance.
Of course.
Keep an eye on her.
Of course.
And I only want to know the most pertinent details. Spare me any gossip. The less I see and hear of her, the better I shall think. I will trust you to keep a watchful eye over her.
Of course, my liege.
And as far as creating another prodigy, I have not been discussing it directly with you, but I have made arrangements. Within a month, I shall give due consideration upon doing so. There is someone I have been grooming.
You actually see she's very strict because she's very protocol after she was very emotional. But you see a slight smile, of course.
And about these newcomers, though, and for the love of God, let us hope it goes better than the last time we had La Sombra in this city, because that was an epic shit show.
We need
to make sure that we have the support of the right primogen for this. Some might be less than infused. I suggest the first to talk to be Siobhan Price of the primogen of the Toreadors. After that, we must inform the Malkavians. I would like to do this before we grant them permission to stay, so they have been forewarned before I do it. The rest will fall in line one way or another.
Of course, my liege. Do you wish to reach out to Miss Price yourself, or do you want to?
I will instruct Miss Price, yes, if you can arrange.
Of course,
talk
I'll do
with
the
the
rest.
Malkavian primogen.
There is in the request, you see, the lovely brother and sister.
Yes, I see there's more than just one son.
They requested to stay at the Y.
I'm sure they would like a more permanent resident at some point. What do we know of these? I only know of the Reverend for any clear, and I believe the others might be, at least not from around here. I would have known of them if they were of this continent.
She was Harpy in Milan. Him of
Really?
no note.
Harpy of Milan, but Milan is an old and venerable city. It is a stronghold of the ancient, the old world. And now she is here. Well, they do mean business, don't they? Harpy, you said.
Yes.
Well, that must please the Toreador.
I see it, but it's best left in your hands. I will contact the
talk to
Malkavians
Prince.
immediately.
I'll talk to Price immediately.
On that note, the camera's going to pan out as we go back to Shiv as she is about to leave.
Yep. Get dressed. September. It's quite warm.
Very
well,
warm.
I don't care about temperatures, but still, I under the guise of being a human, let's just pick a burgundy velvet short slip dress. Yes. And down with the elevator I go before picking. Maybe I'll do actually my motorcycle that Sean kind of
Oh, dirty
tuned up.
girl. Oh,
Yeah.
the short slip dress. Why the fuck
and-
not?
Yeah, but yeah, with boots actually. So I'm going because I'm trying to. I think if I'm meeting Jade, I want to
Oh,
go
you are.
a little bit more back to Shiv before she was this. Yeah.
The night is clear and beautiful and still has the lingering summer heat. Stars are out and the city is sparkling. Maybe it's also because Hashimoto has been giving you new blood and you have been kept away for so long. And Hamilton is here and there's promise in the air.
So many good things at the same time. It's worrying. But not tonight. No. It's girl time.
You park outside the Y. As you do so, though, all of a sudden you see this very large white moth. It comes towards you with intent. But it looks like it's carrying something. It's trying to give it.
If it's very persistent, I guess I'll...
It lands, and it gives you a little vial. And it bows its fuzzy antennas. And it's bizarre.
Yes, it is.
And I would like you to not leave.
Oh no! Well, if you insisted to the moth, it sits on your shoulder and it shakes its wings.
Do I have to read it now? Do I read? How do I read it? What the? I don't know. Is it a vial?
Yeah,
glass?
it's a little.
I
vial.
just like kind of just like.
Yeah, and then you click it and then you open.
Sure, I'll do that.
It's a tiny parchment scroll.
There's a
The tiniest of scrolls.
tiny.
But with fairy magic, it actually expands just
yeah,
a little bit. Not full on, but
No, it's like
to the size of a post-it note.
yeah.
Okay, it's like not rolling down the street.
There's paragraphs upon paragraphs.
If with the right fairy magic,
With
that would
love
be...
letter. This is a love letter, I expect.
Like, oh my god, it's not.
Oh my god, you're here. No.
You would
Anyways.
not believe the time of that.
Moth King, go nuts.
Yes, the note says, from one appreciator of the art to another, I hope that your collective is still up and going, and that they would seek inspiration from time to time. If we could meet again, hope there are no hard feelings. The Autumn Night, Moth King.
No.
No X's, no O's. Okay,
No.
fine.
On the back side, there is, it says,
I don't have a phone.
no, actually, it's a, can you meet soon, in case when? And then there's just a little line that's open. So that you could write something and give it back to the moth. Yes, I'm texting with moths.
I love it. Very magic.
Okay, Shiv doesn't have any things on her, so no pencil, no nothing. So I guess I'll take the little thing. I kind of like. Can you hold this?
Just hold it.
And then I'll walk into. But I'm guessing I'm parked. No.
Right outside.
Yeah, and then I'll go into my office. At least that's my purpose.
Yeah, you hear Jade shout, hold on, I'm just popping some champagne, girl.
I'll be in my office, out into...
Love you.
Love you.
And she giggles. Oh no, I didn't mean you. Bye, darling, I'll see you later. Click. But I love you too, she's out.
She better. No. Have I done any research on her so-called boyfriend? I mean, if she has given me a name, I would have.
Oh, he's new.
Just saying. So I don't even have a name?
No, brand spanking new.
Like, she told me yesterday? If she told me yesterday, I would have put my friend on it.
Nope, she will not give you a name, because you know how you are, and she will not.
Okay. I'll walk into my office. I'll find a pencil and take the thingy. Do you speak, little thing?
Just
Can you convey messages, or do I have to write?
I don't know what they can't speak, but he can speak the old tongue, but you can't understand it.
Yeah.
But you just hear buzzing sounds like.
Because I'm like pencil or like.
It points with its little finger to the boop boop.
Welcome back, dear Prince. I think. Stretch that. Don't include that in the mess. I'll start again. Welcome.
The moth is going to say everything.
Yeah, I know. Welcome back. So soon. Too soon? Soon. Hard feelings. Let's see. Let's find out. And what you are suggesting seems like a business arrangement. So, yes, let's meet. 2 nights from now, in my private lounge. You know where it is. No, scratch that. In my bathhouse. Yes, you know where it is. And you have the entire this time, I hope. Yes. Now, bzz, off.
It's like, all right. It's like...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, you can't see it, but they all flip you off every time they fly away. Because they're like, oh, you're dead things. Oh, fuck you. But the fake
Where is that
equivalent.
little...
And that's how the war started.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually look at... No, I don't. Because I assume that if there is any business coming from the Y, it will be directed to an email elsewhere. Because we're in soon 2000, so I'm guessing I can have a computer now and at the Y instead of here.
Yes, you can. Don't knock a hotmail.
Don't go elsewhere either. And there is like if I'm scanning the room, is there anything out of place or everything as I left it? No. How's business been doing?
No, numbers are up. It seems there's been a lot of talk about this new artist.
Yep. Well, I'm excited to meet him or her.
Her.
Or they. Or them. Yep. I'll go out to meet Jade. And I think I'm quite anxious as I actually go to meet her because it's been a little while. And I think Shiv has enough self-reflection to know that she really, really, really needs a little human touch.
You see Jade walks around in a blue silk blouse, but short top, but long arms, and a leather pencil skirt, and very, 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 very 9-inch nail pumps, and hair up in a twist. Girl, it's been ages. You're too busy, and you're too successful, and I hate you, but I love you for it. And she kisses you and hugs you. Champagne.
I hold her for just like an awkward too long.
She said, Are you not getting any? She taps your shoulder.
What do you think?
I'm like, oh, you can lean it in, but you know.
Jade.
Yeah.
I know you're getting it elsewhere.
Oh, hell yes I am. Oh, yeah, I am. But champagne. She clinks.
Clink back. Turn around, looking for somewhere else to... like, not right now, but yeah, exactly.
You gotta see the collection before we go out.
Please.
I don't have the artist here. I wanted to, but I wanted to see the collection first.
Fair enough, thank you. I do actually appreciate that. I hadn't thought about that.
It's a cleaner interaction with the art. Please come in. She works in massive scale. And it's all based upon Boston.
Interesting. I mean, it is a beautiful city, but it might not be...
It's called Hidden Places. It's amazing.
Please. show me.
She
I'm
walks
looking
in,
forward to it.
yeah, to one of the great halls, and you see it for, yeah, do a composure.
I mean, I have a sneaking suspicious what I'm going to see. Composure. Fuck my sheets. Is it wits composure or is it
Yeah.
resolve composure?
I think it's wits because it's reactionary. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So you're super composed, but what you see,
Extremely.
yeah, you see the pit. You see when you were sitting there with the body and the horrible thing was there, but you don't see your faces. You see back alleys. You see scenes. You see scenes from the Y. You see scenes when Montgomery was pinned up in the master's estate. But it's not so vulgar. It's almost like shadows and shapes.
The brush strokes, Jade, they're remarkable.
I don't know what to make of it. It's captivating and
It's certainly a little bit more darker than what I usually see from
It's
well
cool.
from you and your.
I know. I usually am
work.
so into like modern, more street art stuff, but she resonates with all the critiques that have seen it and the audience have seen it.
How many have seen it?
I've had in like 5 different critics at the moment, and I've had a test group of buyers, and they are falling over backwards, and they say it speaks to them.
What is this valued as?
The prices, I don't even know the prices yet because she came out of your art collective. She's no
So we have a
one.
say in that, perhaps.
Yes, this is the 5 biggest pieces.
Has there
but
been
there are
any photos? Have any of the
No, I've
ones
kept
that's
it.
been here?
I've kept every.
And no one that
Please.
was here
No.
were allowed.
No, are you nuts? We want to have a grand vernissage.
When was not to Jade, Katrina? When did she set it up as a vernissage for?
Oh, she hasn't yet. She said, I want to set it up, but you need to sign off.
I really love these pieces, Jade. Like more than I usually.
This one, very intimate one. Please come and have a look at it. She
I'll
walks
follow
into another
her.
room. It's Shiv with the ashes of Aiden when she found him.
I'm going to do a composure roll just for that.
His
And
burn-
that's a big.
Yeah.
It's a 1. I think I'll. Oh no, I don't want to cry either. Fuck. Fuck. Fuckity fuck. What do I do? I have 1.
I think
One of 7 dices.
No, I think the room goes black except for the light over the painting. It is literally almost from a point of view of her touching the burned body of Aiden, where he took in the sun and killed himself.
Yeah.
And it's so intimate and so personal and so forbidden, and it's like you wanna take it down, and you wanna scream at Jade, and you wanna scream at whoever did this for how dare they to take something so precious. This is not entertainment. This is not art.
Who is she?
Are you okay, Shiv?
Can I have the room, please?
Of course.
Give me the room.
Of course. And she walks out. I'm sorry.
I'll just stare at it. And I think because she can feel the tears.
Blood
so
red they are.
yeah.
You undead thing.
So I'm going to take like take my time and just like I'm going to give Shiv a couple of minutes inside that room before she walks out. And as she walks out, she's going to take the champagne glass and she's going to nick it, like smash it, and make a cut on her hand and pretend that's the blood. Yeah.
On that note, though, as we're near the end of the first episode of season 3, I'm going to quickly check in with the Moth King as the message has been relayed back. The moth says everything. Beautifully in the old tongue.
Two nights.
Oh, you're not muted, Daniel. Are you muted? No.
Sorry. Yeah. And he goes, 2 nights. Very well. Gives us time. I need to know everything. I need to know where everyone is. And I want to know it tonight.
You called them. Your little moth friends. You send them out?
Yes.
This is just a beautiful power that comes with the throne. They will go out and they will do your bidding and they will search and see. They can't really do much than that. They can relieve messages and then they can see.
Yes, that's what I need them to do. Who needs their cameras when you have moths?
As he does that, it's a beautiful thing. If you could see magical things, as hundreds of night moths leave the park, as he has sent them out to do his bidding. The last thing we're going to do is, as Shiv stands there with cut glass, her phone rings, because I know Chris calls her. Does he not?
He does indeed.
Your phone rings, snaps yours back, breaking glass.
What do you want? Hello, Christopher.
Ah, Primogen. I need to speak with you urgently, Miss Price. It concerns some guests.
Are you
arriving
with
at your hotel.
people right now? Under what guise are you speaking to me?
This is strictly a matter between a prince and a Primogen.
How very
As I
formal,
said, in regards to the
Christopher.
guest you will soon be entertaining at the Y.
Oh. The lovers. No, that wasn't their names. But yes, the twins.
Yes. I have information.
Where and when?
If you cannot come to me, I'll come to you. What works best for you?
Well, it has been so long since you and Jade saw each other, hasn't it? We're having an opening, a gallery opening or vernissage soon. Perhaps it would be interested even for you, the art that is displayed here. It certainly was eye-opening for me.
Hopefully it's something non-pointy, like paintings, or perhaps pottery. Nothing woodwork, one would hope.
No woodwork acquired.
You do know what a painting is. I remember giving you one not so long ago.
And I am eternally grateful. Well, maybe it's better if you come
As
to
you
me
should.
then, if you can slip away.
No, I don't
Uh,
believe Jade would allow me to. You
Then
know
I'll come
her.
to you. I'll meet you in a car outside. I'll be there in... How long... The Y is... The gallery is not that far from...
15 minutes.
I'll see you there in 15 minutes.
But I will urge you to come inside, Christopher. My dearest
Hopefully
friend.
I can do it without being noticed. I'll slip in. But we need to be able to talk in private. This is not for mortal ears.
Well, I'm sure if not me, then you can control Jade, right?
Of course. See you soon.
Toodles.
On that little note, we're almost gonna end this episode as the camera pans out deep underneath Cop Hill to a certain hole in the ground. Nikita stands there. She stares at Casta as he stares into the pit.
Oh my god.
She knows his fascinating, but also his doom. But then she stares at the other one that don't really belong here. The other one paces. Soon, it says. Soon, Nikita says. Not for you. Nikita avoids her eyes and gaze and stares at Kester. But maybe it could be for all of us. He stares at Nikita. She smiles terribly. Maybe it could. That would be the last little tidbit of the first episode of season 3. Thank you. We did it. We're here.
And there is like no roads to travel in this season. There is no threats like weaved into this little net or this little web of yours. No.
No, I'm just winging it. You know,
Yes.
just like nothing's happened and nobody's done anything. And I just
Of course
showed
not.
up.
5 years?
No, it's gonna be tea and crumpets from now on. It's kumbayang and everybody, it's pajama parties.
Yeah.
Pajama,
I'm a-
pajama,
With
pate.
pillow fights, but every pillow is a knife.
Or like a frying pan or a steak
Oh,
or
it never gets
fire.
old, it never gets old, it never gets
The
old.
stakes are high.
Oh, the dad jokes from
And sharp and pointy as
end.
well.
I'm sure it will all pan out.
Oh, damn. Well, welcome, dear players, to season 3. I always the first episode of a new season. You have to set the stage, and thank you so much for making that. Maze balls, and yeah, I always say, shit's about to happen. Shit's about to happen, and some shit. It will
Yeah,
be not
the
so much.
fan has been placed.
It's always a fan, and there's always poop coming. And there will be small poops and big poops, but there will be poops.
It's raining men. No, it's raining poop.
Poop.
Okay, cool.
It is shit.
The shitteth
Shitstorm.
the fan.
Well, it will be a slow and a fast fan.
Well,
It depends
I
where we're
learned that storms come from rituals, so I'm guessing someone is setting something up.
You never know. But as always, thank you so much, players. You are freaking amazing, and I can't wait to see how this is gonna pan out, because it's now, as I said, it's season 3. It's the last season. Ooh, spoiler! It's called the 3 Kingdoms.
I only see one.
Oh, you only see one. Well, damn. Well, in the 3 Kingdoms, no one's safe. No one's safe.
No one's safe.
No one's
and
safe. And
That's
it.
it.
That's it. That is it. And to your viewers, thank you so much for your comments, likes, and follows. And yeah, this is season 3, and I hope you very much enjoy it, because now there will be everything will be answered. I promise. Eventually, not right away, but eventually. And until next time, take care of one another and stay safe. Bye.
Bye.